Have you ever found yourself avoiding certain truths about who you are? Maybe it's a weakness you'd rather not admit, a mistake you've buried deep, or a trait you wish you didn't have. For many of us, facing these hidden parts of ourselves feels uncomfortable, so we avoid it altogether. Yet this avoidance keeps us incomplete, fractured, and disconnected from our full potential. According to Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, these repressed aspects of our personality are part of what he called the shadow. Integrating our shadow into our conscious self isn't just a theoretical exercise. It's a transformative process that helps us lead a more authentic and fulfilling life. In Jungian psychology, the shadow encompasses the parts of ourselves we reject because we view them as unacceptable. These traits and experiences are hidden away in the unconscious mind, creating an internal divide. On one side, we craft an idealized version of ourselves, our acceptable traits and behaviors. On the other side, our shadow lurks, containing everything we deny or suppress. The problem is, when we deny these parts of ourselves, they don't disappear. Instead, they influence our actions, thoughts, and relationships in subtle but powerful ways. Left unchecked, the shadow can lead to feelings of incompleteness, self-doubt, and regret. Avoiding our shadow often feels safer than confronting it. After all, it's challenging to admit our flaws, weaknesses, or mistakes. Doing so might threaten the carefully curated image we hold of ourselves or risk rejection from others. For example, imagine someone who believes they're naturally kind and understanding. If they lash out in frustration during a stressful moment, they might suppress that memory rather than acknowledge it. They cling to the belief that they're always kind because confronting their anger feels uncomfortable. However, this avoidance creates a false sense of self. The person may struggle to form authentic connections, as they're not fully honest about who they are. Facing and integrating your shadow is not about dwelling on your flaws. It's about achieving wholeness. When you embrace the parts of yourself you've avoided, you gain self-awareness. Understanding your shadow allows you to see yourself more clearly, including your strengths and areas for growth. You build authenticity. By owning your imperfections, you become more honest and relatable, fostering deeper connections with others. You unlock growth. Accepting your weaknesses opens the door to improvement. Instead of avoiding challenges, you learn from them. You experience inner peace. When you stop hiding from yourself, you release the tension of pretending to be someone you're not. Reflect on your triggers. Notice situations or behaviors that make you uncomfortable or defensive. These reactions often point to parts of your shadow. For example, if you feel irritated by someone's assertiveness, it might reveal a part of you that struggles with confidence. Practice self-compassion. Embracing your shadow requires kindness toward yourself. Recognize that everyone has flaws and that acknowledging them is a strength, not a weakness. Explore through journaling. Writing about your thoughts and emotions can uncover patterns and hidden beliefs. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding about myself? Or what am I afraid to admit? Seek support. Talking with a trusted friend, therapist, or coach can help you explore your shadow in a safe, non-judgmental environment. Integrate what you learn. Once you've identified parts of your shadow, find ways to accept and integrate them. For instance, if you've repressed anger, learn to express it constructively rather than bottling it up. Many of us live in the comfort of potential. We tell ourselves, I could be successful if I tried, or I would be happy if things were different. But potential is just that, a possibility, not a reality. When we commit to self-acceptance, we take a step toward becoming something real. This process isn't always easy. It involves acknowledging our limitations, feeling discomfort, and risking failure. But the reward is a life that's grounded in truth, not fantasy. A life that's whole, not fractured. Integrating your shadow is a deeply personal and transformative journey. It's about accepting every part of who you are, the good, the bad, and the uncomfortable. When you stop running from your shadow and start embracing it, you unlock your potential to grow, thrive, and live authentically. So, ask yourself, will you face your shadow and embrace your wholeness? Or will you continue living a fragmented life of what could have been?